Hello guys and welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be giving you steps to finding the perfect business idea. Steps to finding your ideal business idea. So without wasting your time, I'm going to dive right in. So number one, before finding a business idea, the first point you're supposed to consider is, what do you not like about your current job and lifestyle, and what do you want to change, or what would you like to change? So there's probably something you don't like about your current situation. Maybe you don't like being told what to do at work. Maybe you don't have enough time for yourself. Maybe it's insufficient income. Maybe your job is not a well-paid job. You have to clearly define what it is you don't like about your current situation, so that you don't recreate it in your new lifestyle you're trying to create, on the new entrepreneurial lifestyle that you're trying to create. For example, if lack of time for yourself is the main issue you're facing now, then you should not choose a business model that is going to require the same amount of time or the same length of time your job is taking you, like freelancing. Freelancing is a very time requiring job. So if you're trying to get more free time for yourself, you can't choose an entrepreneurial lifestyle of a freelancer, because in that case it's still going to be a very time consuming job and you're still not going to have time for yourself. So instead, you should choose another business model that's going to give you passive income and that is going to give you a lot of free time for yourself. Number two, what do you like about your present situation and what would you like to keep? So this the opposite of the first point. This one, what do you like about your present situation, your present job, and what would you like to keep? So not everything is wrong with your present situation. Probably there are some things you like. Maybe you love working in a team, the way you work in your company. Probably you guys work in a team. Maybe you love working in a team. Maybe you like the fact that once you're done with work, you don't have to worry about the job site anymore. Once you're done for the day, that's all. There's some things you like and there's some things you appreciate about your present situation or your present job. So it's good to identify those things so that you can be able to recreate them, or so that you can be able to recreate it in your new entrepreneurial lifestyle. Also note that you can blend other things or other events into your entrepreneurial lifestyle to make it kind of balance. For example, if being a web entrepreneur means spending a lot of hours working alone and by yourself, there are ways that you can add a social lifestyle, or there are ways you can blend a social lifestyle into this web entrepreneurial lifestyle that will require you to be alone for many hours working. An example of this is sharing a workspace with other freelancers and other entrepreneurs, or attending meetups on websites like meetup.com. So this is a way you can blend a social lifestyle with kind of like a sedentary entrepreneurial lifestyle, or a closed up entrepreneurial lifestyle. Number three, what are your main interests? So you have to identify what your main interests in life are. There are topics and activities that are more appealing to you than others. Maybe you love learning about some subjects and you're more excited about some particular conversations in relation to others. So if you're planning on creating something like a blog, you have to think of something you can write about every day without getting bored, or something you can write about for a span of 1 year, 2 years without getting bored. You have to project that, or you have to think into the future concerning that. Can you write about a particular topic for 1 year without lacking inspiration? You have to answer questions like that, and you can also answer these questions. You can use them as a guide. The following questions are: which television channels do you enjoy watching most? Is it football channels? Is it sports channels? Number two, which classes did you enjoy most in school? Which classes or which subjects did you enjoy most back in school? Or if you're in school presently, which classes do you enjoy the most? What activities do you engage in during your free time? Next, which websites do you like browsing on often? Next, what kind of magazines do you read? Next, when you enter a bookshop, what section do you head to first? It's very important to choose a topic you are interested in, since it's going to eventually become your daily life, if that's the entrepreneurial line you want to take. So you have to choose a topic you're interested in. If not, you eventually get bored and you're going to run out of steam. So that's very, very important. So you should also note that over time, your interest might develop and they might change from what you initially thought were your interests. Sometimes there are activities you enjoy but not as a job. It might be some activities you enjoy as hobbies but you won't like to do them as an actual job. So you have to be keen on that. If you can't presently think of something that interests you, then you should go out and try new activities, interact with people, attend seminars, events, or try to learn a new skill. Probably you're going to discover something new about yourself. Think of something you've always been curious about and try to talk to people who are in that field or who know a thing or two about that particular field. Don't be shy to ask new people you meet about their jobs and interests. It might be kind of intimidating or it might be kind of difficult at first, but in the long run it's going to pay off because it's going to help you generate new ideas. You understand? Next, number 4, what are your natural talents and strengths? You have to find out what your inborn talents and strengths are. Here we're not talking about skills. When it comes to skills are kind of things you can learn and things you can improve on. Here we're talking about your natural inborn talent, activities that naturally come easier to you than others. You might be very good at writing and playing with words. That's naturally, not like you acquired it or not like it's a skill you learn. You might be good at solving problems. You might be good at analyzing concepts. Just try to pinpoint what your natural talents or strengths are. Remember, it's different from your skills, acquired skills which you learn. These ones are natural talents you were born with. So try to analyze yourself and pinpoint what those talents are. Number 5, what are your natural weaknesses? You have to know that weaknesses are not lack of skill, because when it comes to skill, you can learn skills. Your natural weaknesses are aspects you feel less at ease with. For example, maybe you don't have a well-developed sense of aesthetics and beauty. Let's say you naturally struggle with your sense of fashion and stuff like that, or you struggle with organization. Let's just say you're generally not an organized person. Generally, we should all have a growth mindset and we should all be willing to improve at any point in time, but it's also necessary for us to analyze and know our weaknesses so that we'll be careful not to pick a business model that is going to make things very difficult for us, especially at the beginning. So you're supposed to identify and know your natural weaknesses so you don't put yourself in a whole mess at the beginning of your entrepreneurial career. Number 6, what is your personality like? What is your personality like? Certain aspects of your personality will determine which fields will bring you more joy and fulfillment than others. Just the same way your natural strengths and talents will do. An easy example to illustrate the way or the role personality plays is to consider the difference between an introvert and an extrovert. An extrovert is more likely to enjoy networking events and social gatherings. Meanwhile, an introvert will not mind spending hours working alone. A shy person might feel uncomfortable talking in front of a camera like this. Meanwhile, an outgoing person and a more extroverted person will have no problem with that. So you have to analyze again your personality so you can note which kind of fields will be more easygoing for you in comparison to others. Number 7, what are your skills, experiences, and expertise? So these are ability and knowledge that you have acquired over time at work or through other activities. These ones are different from your natural abilities. These ones are skills that you have acquired through experience. You understand? Starting your business around your current skills and expertise will definitely help you to move much faster, since you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to acquire knowledge on the field you want to move into. But note that it's not mandatory for you to be an expert in a particular field you want to get into. You don't even have to be very experienced, because there's always room to learn as the journey goes on. As you go into the journey, as you get into the journey of whatever field you want to move into, there's always room to learn. So you don't even have to be very experienced to get into that field. Don't wait for when you have too much knowledge on it before you get into it. No, just need a little knowledge and you can jump right into the new business you want to start or the new entrepreneurial lifestyle you want to start. You're going to learn as you move forward in the journey. Number 8, who is working in that field? Number 8, who are the people working in that field you want to move into? You have to figure out what kind of people work in the field you're thinking of moving into. How are they? Are they exciting people? Are they weird people? Are they nerds? Stuff like that. You have to figure out what kind of people work into this field, work in this field you want to move into. Would you like to interact or connect with those kind of people? This might seem like it's not very important, but to be honest, it's more enjoyable to be surrounded by and build relationships with people who are like-minded, people who think like you and people who act like you. So that's very important, and I know it's going to be more important for some kind of people than others, but generally it's an important aspect. You have to figure out what kind of people venture into the business you want to get into. Do you like to interact with them? Are they like-minded, or are they totally opposite people when compared to you or in relation to you? You understand? Number 9, the last but not the least, finding a niche or narrowing down. Number 9, finding a niche or narrowing down. Guys, with niche, you have to find a specific topic you're interested in. And when you've found that general topic you're interested in, then you have to narrow down when it comes to that topic. For example, the general topic you're interested in is photography. You have to choose what aspect of photography am I going to get into. Is it outdoor photography? Is it plain photography? Is it sea photography? You're supposed to narrow down and be specific about what you want to actually get into in that broad topic. So first of all, you have to choose a broad topic you like and or a broad field you like, and you have to narrow down what branch of that field am I going to get into. Choosing a niche topic will increase the chances of your business being successful because there's generally less competition when you niche down or when you get narrower in the kind of business you want to do. Starting a business around a very broad topic is a general mistake that most new entrepreneurs make, and so it's very difficult for them to compete for attention and share the market with companies that are already very well established in those businesses or in those fields. By choosing a narrower topic, you increase the chances of standing out and getting noticed. You also build your authority in that field and you'll be able to generate revenue much faster. For example, let's say you're an online marketer interested in, let's say, social media. There are already many well-established social media experts, which makes the space much more competitive. So instead of trying to compete against well-known experts, you could choose another tactic, which is becoming an expert in a kind of newer social media. For example, becoming an expert in, let's say, Rumble instead of YouTube. You guys may know Rumble or may not know Rumble. Rumble is like a new competitor. It's not yet at the level of being an actual competitor, but it's like a growing competitor to YouTube. So instead of trying to be a YouTube expert, knowing that there are already many YouTube experts out there or many self-described YouTube experts out there, try to become an expert in a newer social media like Rumble. You understand? You're going to create authority and you're going to be noticed much more, and it's going to be easier for you because of less competition. So if you're not sure of which topic to pick, then I'm going to give you a list of topics which have been proven to be fruitful. I'm going to give you the list of these profitable categories. So number 1, health and well-being. That's a very fruitful topic. So if you don't have a topic in mind or you don't know what topic to choose, you could consider health and well-being. Number 2, personal development. Personal development, self-inspiring messages, self-improvement channels and stuff like that. You could consider those. Number 3, dating channels. You could start a dating channel or you could start a dating blog or something like that. Anything related to dating services and dating and relationships. And number 4, business and finance, like what I'm doing right now. This is actually an entrepreneurship channel, so you could consider business and finance. So these are 4 topics you could consider that have been proven to be fruitful and profitable categories which you can venture into. There will always be space to enter these topics I've just mentioned, because the topics have needs that many people want to satisfy. People are always interested with what's up about their health. People want to know how to be good in relationship and things like that. So those are ever demanding fields. Like, people want to know how they can improve their finances, things like that. So there's always going to be a good market in these fields that I've just mentioned. So you could easily choose a niche within one of these categories, you understand? So for example, if you decide to get into dating, you could do only dating in men's dimension, or you could do only dating in women's dimension. You could talk about the female side of dating, or just the men's side of dating. If you want to take the topic of, let's say, health and well-being, you could talk about health for youth or health just for old people. Try to narrow down on these topics if you decide to choose one of them. So finally, to get you through this critical challenge of choosing a niche for yourself and defining what you really want, a good exercise would be to visualize and project your ideal working day, your ideal working week, and your ideal working year. If money wasn't involved in whatever you want to get into, or if money wasn't a factor, how are you going to spend your days? When you've figured this out, find a way to generate income that's close to that ideal. If money wasn't a factor, how would have you wanted to spend your day? When you figured all these things I just mentioned out, then try to find a way to generate income that's going to be close to that ideal or that kind of lifestyle. Then lastly, try to take a look at the businesses that other people have started. It's going to help inspire you or give you more ideas as to what you also can get into. Try to look at what other people have done before. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Try to take ideas from other people that have ventured into one field or the other. If you browse the internet and search for topic, then you add the term business or online business following the topic you're searching for, you definitely find examples of what other people have done. For example, if you look for, let's say, quote unquote, photography online business or photography business, you're going to find different types of online photography businesses, or you're going to find different types of photography businesses. So guys, that's what I'm going to end. I've given you 9 steps on how to find your ideal business, and I'm going to end here. So like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next video.